Howdy, my name's Lee Coffin, and this is my podcast. Just a little bit about myself. I was born in Waco, Texas. Got moved to California. Went to a private school. After that, I got pretty much one of the best educations you could ever have. After high school, I went directly into the military. I was actually in basic training when September 11th hit. Basically spent a good portion of my life running from God. I consider myself a Christian. I would have argued with anybody about God without hesitation. I had no problems doing it. But my life did not reflect God in any way. Nobody asked, really. The situations where God would come up were very, very, very rare. And it was mostly because someone stated their own opinion about it and I had to interject something. I was what you would probably call a lukewarm Christian. After a long time of just running and refusing to just submit myself, I'd finally had enough, and God had finally brought me to a point where, after enough loss, enough heartache, enough frustration, I finally yielded. And I have submitted myself to Him. I was in ministry already, running like sound system for my church, but I didn't really expect it. God actually had a plan for me to teach. And so for almost a year now, I've been teaching end-time prophecy. I've covered the book of Revelation so far. And now I'm just doing my weekly teaching until I go to Africa. And I plan to keep teaching even while I'm in Africa whenever I get back. So I figured, I already have a podcast set up, so why not just keep going with it? So I figured I would, and I'll just upload everything I have. I find a great many things disturbing in this world. A lot of these preachers teaching their cupcake sermons and just trying to satisfy the itchy ears, and it's sad. They won't say what needs to be said. They take things out of context, and they just kind of make it. Almost seems like they're making it up as they go. They have their opinions, and it just seems like they do not consult the Spirit on anything they read. They take their opinions, and they just let it fly off loosey-goosey. I take a straightforward approach. The way I see it is that God gave us the ability to speak. So when He gave us His Word, it stands to reason in my mind that He knows how to use language pretty well. And if He can use the language really well, why would He not just say what He meant to say? I mean, of course, He said it, so it is what He meant to say, but take it a little bit deeper. Don't just stop there at the surface level. Why would He not say exactly what He meant? People try to allegorize the Bible. I guess I'm what you would call a literalist. I believe the Bible means exactly what it says, and it says exactly what it means. Obviously, there are some things in there that are absolutely, without doubt, metaphors. For example, the locusts in Revelation. It says they're locusts. And then it gives you descriptions as to what they're like. When the Bible says what something is, I believe that that's what it is. And when it says what it's like, then that's when it's being metaphorical. And it's giving a descriptive term. Just to help, the reader get along with it. In my mind, it's very, very simple. There will always be certain contractions like, as unto. There's things there that tell you when it's like something and when it is what it is. So, that's the approach that I take on interpretation of prophecy and just overall understanding the Bible. I think people overcomplicate it and make it a lot harder than it has to be. Anyway, I hope you guys like the podcast. Just remember, keep your eyes on the sky. Be watchful. Time is short. We don't got a lot of time left. Bye, y'all.